I noticed that he only had like this part of his fingers were all cut off on one hand. And I'm gonna be honest, this might seem like a bitch thing, but you know when you notice, like, especially when you're interested in somebody, you find out that they have a disability of some kind, and briefly in your mind you have to process that and think, is this disability, can I oversee this? You know what I mean? And I know it's judgmental or whatever, but I'm sure people do that to me. They see me and they think, she's fat, can I get over that? You know what I mean? So it's like the same thing. So I love cheese. So random.
In the YouTube algorithm, the people are represented by 3 separate yet equally important groups: the one that creates, the one that views, and the one that just can't help but react. Under Title 17, I am a member of an elite squad, also known as the Special Viewers Unit. These are the archives.
How are you, my lovers, today? I hope you were well. I'm so thirsty, I gotta take a sip of my drink. Nice tea. Oh, I used it all. What are you watching? More anime. Okay, so people, sometimes ask me in the comments, like, what lipstick I'm wearing. So I'm gonna try to, anytime I'm wearing lipstick in a video, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm wearing. So this time, it's a ColourPop lippy sticks. And this is in the shade Silk Matte. It's like a, I don't know, I've had it on for a little while, so it does stay on. But it looks more maroon here, but it comes on like a red, like a deep red. And I'm actually probably going to take it off if it gets too runny while I'm eating. So what I have for you today, my foodies, a couple of leftover jalapenos from a late night binge, and some cheese bread. Leftover cheese sticks. And I had some curds, some barbecue flavored curds, cheese curds, in my fridge. My mom forgot them when she came over. So I chopped them up and I put them on this bread and put it in the oven. Yes. Some marinara sauce. I'll see if it needs it. Because homemade marinara is so much better, And some jalapeno cheddar. Leftover. So, let's do some talking and eating. I love these. Like, I really do. So, I was watching such a funny video. Do you guys watch, a guy, he has like 9 million subscribers. His name is Norma Fede Video. I'm going to link his video, his channel in my description. I got inspired to talk to you briefly about, he did a video on waiters. And I was like, oh my god, it's so also true. Like, I want to first say, there's going to be anime in the background. Need some background noise, guys. You're like, no, we don't. I'm just going to put these aside for now so I have room for my cheesy bread. So, I know waitressing, or waiting, it's a difficult job. Like, I commend people who have this as their job. I'm sure you do a great job. It's not easy. But some of the things, and I'm one of those people who do tip regardless, but I tip more if you obviously if the service is exceptional, right? There's different kinds of waiters. Like, the one that there's some that are like too attentive. It's like garlic bread with like cheese curds. So, like, they come by every like 5 seconds and you're like, you get your food and you're just like about to take a bite, like, and they're like, how is everything tasting? And you're like, well, if you'd let me take my first bite, I would tell you. Paper towel. It's not napkins, but it's in the same family. Off comes the lipstick. Then there's the ones who want to be your friend. So you come in, They sit right down beside you and they're like, hey guys, what's up? Let's be friends. Let's talk about the soup of the day. You guys want some rad delicious appetizers with that? There's some restaurants that make them do that kind of thing. You ever see Office Space? That guy had to wear all that flair. The ones I like are just, you know, they come around the same time. They keep an eye on you. If you're in the middle of like a conversation, you know, they try not to interrupt. They see your drink is getting low. That's a big thing for me. If they see your drink is getting low, they come and they refill it. Or they offer to. That is a big thing for me. That's just something personal. If they, you know, I give an exceptional tip if they pay attention to my drink being empty. My friend and I still joke about this one place we went to in my hometown. It was horrible for that. Like, we ordered a Greek salad. We had pizza. We had all these things that were salty. And, you know, I ordered ice water. It was a small enough glass, too. So my drink was empty. I'm eating. Like, maybe she'll come around. She didn't come back once. Not once the whole time. And she disappeared. So it's like, then I see her coming around, walking around. I'm like, she's going to come to me. So I'm watching her do her routine. Go to one customer, go around the counter. And I'm like, what am I going to have to do? So I'm like, I take my glass, which had ice in it. And I was like going like this, shaking it. And I'm like, am I going to have to follow her around? And wherever she goes, just pop up around the bench and be like, I'm thirsty. A bit dramatic, but hey. So I thought I'd tell you about, oh God. A guy I went home with one night. It was a nightmare experience. Like, the worst ever. This guy was like, so I was how old was I don't even know, maybe either 16, 17 or 18, I can't remember. And I think I was 17. Because I remember having to worry about getting into the bar. And my friend used to take me with her to go to her boyfriend's mother's out of town. And she lived in a small town. Have you guys ever had cheese curds? Comment. So, she lived in a small town. There was like this bar that apparently doesn't give a shit how old you are if you go. It's like a little country hick bar. And it was fun. It was fun. I mean, you know, it was mostly older people. But the night that we went, it was lit. There was like a whole bunch of people there. And they had a jukebox so you could put on whatever song you wanted. I can't remember the name of the bar. Looked like a saloon. I know. So there's pool tables, just like a sit-down bar. We were getting pretty drunk. And, you know the song that was really popular back then? And I kept playing it over and over, and now I can't stand the song. But back then when it was like the shit, I loved it. I kept putting it on, and like the older people in the bar were like giving me a look, you know, like, fuck you, play some Barry White, I don't know. Or like, screw you, play some Reba McEntire. So anyways, I was like, you know that song, Nelly Furtado? I'm like a baby. That song was so popular, so I kept playing it. I was feeling good about myself because I had just lost like 50 pounds. I was looking good. And I had a really like short skirt on, and I had a really nice sweater. It was winter. It was like really nice and like black and sparkly, but it kind of showed a bit of my midriff, which was flat back then. And so I was looking really nice. I had red lipstick, you know, getting compliments. And there was this like table of people, like guys and girls mixed. And then I noticed like all night, like there was this one dude. He was like visibly, he was older than me, a lot older than me. And he kept like, you know, trying to grab me whenever I would go by. And I was like, ugh, like not interested, you know, like, I don't know. So, finally, comes up to me, you know, like, dudes, if you want a girl's attention, just go up to her. Like, don't try to grab her or, you know. Right, babe? You're not even listening. Isn't my cat beautiful? Yes, she is. So he comes over to me. And, he's like, hey, he was so drunk. Like, I could smell it really bad on him. And he was like, you know, like, looked really drunk. And he's like, oh, you're so beautiful and sexy and blah, 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 you know. I can't even remember verbatim there. The usual. Fire alarm's going off in someone's house. Someone's burning fish sticks. I'm like, okay, you know. But then he's like, just get to know me, just talk to me for a bit. So I went to, like, a table with him, separated, and we talked. He was really drunk, but I think he seemed, like, nice, you know. And he was, like, flattering. Like, I like to be flattered, you know. I liked to be flattered and, like, attention. I noticed that he only had, like, this part of his fingers were all cut off on one hand. And I'm gonna be honest, this might seem like a bitch thing, but you know when you notice, like, especially when you're interested in somebody, you find out that they have a disability of some kind, and briefly in your mind, you have to process that and think, is this disability, can I oversee this? You know what I mean? And I know it's judgmental or whatever, but I'm sure people do that to me. They see me and they think, she's fat. Can I get over that? You know what I mean? So it's like the same thing. So, I love cheese. So, random. Whose fire alarm? They can't turn it off? What if there's really a fire? What? I'm not evacuating. I'm not wearing any pants. Probably someone freaking has a meth lab in their apartment. We live in the ghetto. What? I'm not going anywhere. Oh, there we go. You want me to go in the hallway with no pants on? You taking a bit. Anyways. So, this person's like, you know, it was the end of the night, and it came time. So I decided, yes, he's nice enough, you know. I don't know if you guys can hear the alarm. Anyway. I don't know, so I was like, yes, he's nice enough, you know. Maybe I'll give him a chance. Or the end of the night came, and I didn't expect that he would be like, hey, please come to my house. Like, you know, I'm like, okay, do you have your own place? And he's like, no, I live with my parents. And, we're like, okay. My friend was like, no, don't go, you know. I'm like, I'm going. He'll bring me back in the morning or whatever. And, don't slut shame me, okay? You'll see how it turns out. It's not good. So, I got in the truck with this guy. Yeah, bad idea. It's a small town. He lived like a block away. Everybody drank and drive in that town. I don't know. It's not good, so don't do it. Definitely don't do it. You could die. But I was dumb. So, got in the truck, went to his parents. He had a little yappy dog that wouldn't shut up. Kept barking and barking and barking at me, and like, yo, his parents are sleeping. Shut it. So, this little area was the basement. As soon as you get in the basement, you smell bachelor. You know that, like, bachelor smell? Like, bedhead, pillowcase that hasn't been washed. And, dirty socks, old beer cans. Lovely. I was like, okay. But he was a bachelor, right? So, but he lived with his parents. I'm just gonna eat the cheese. So, so I had a little beer fridge. He's like, do you want a drink? I'm like, sure. He didn't turn any lights on. I'm like, are you gonna turn any lights on? He's like, there's no need. Lovely. Nothing like cutting to the chase. I'm like, okay. Comes over to me. licks my face. I've met a lot of face lickers. I don't know what it is, but they like to lick my face. I was grossed out, but I played along. Ugh. The worst thing about that is you could smell the breath on your face. It's just like, ugh. I wanted to cry. I wanted to get out of there. So then, here's where it gets weird. So, you know, things are getting a bit heavier. Takes off my bra. You would think after a guy takes off your bra, he's going to start doing things to you, but no. He put on my bra. He put my bra on. He was like, I hope you don't mind if I wear this, but it turns me on. And I was like, yeah, I mind. I mean, that doesn't turn me on. Like, you know, sorry. And I have nothing against gay people. I have some of my closest friends are gay. But I'm not. I like my men to be masculine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to wear my bra. So I was like, why? You know? I didn't know what to say. I don't even remember what I said. And he kept it on. I went to the bathroom. And I was really, like, I had a lot of beer. I was nervous. I wasn't eating much. Like, I wasn't starving myself, but I was eating. Well, I think I was borderline starving myself. So I had all that beer. I wasn't used to drinking much. And, you know, so I had, like, oh my God, I had to go to the, like, I had the shits, okay? Beer shits galore. And I was like, oh my God. And his bathroom was the type that had, like, no fan. And it was, like, close to his, you know, it was, like, a little bathroom and his, like, bed was right there. I was like, what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to make this, like, secretive, you know? It's going to be noisy. So I just kept flushing, but anyway, I hate that situation. So I do that. I was in there a little while. I come out and he's, like, passed out. Like, completely passed out in my bra on his bed. I'm, like, nudging him. I'm like, yo, whatever his name was. I can't even remember. This was not going well at all. I'm like, wake up. You know, like, boring. I'm just laying there. All of a sudden he starts grunting. And he starts, like, he cuddles up to me, grabs me really tight, like almost friggin' suffocating. And he starts crying and saying, Mommy, Mommy, oh God. And I'm like, what the fuck? Wearing my bra, crying for his mom. Drunk as shit. And, like, it was horrible. And then, like, all of a sudden he just bolts awake. I'm trying to get free. I finally get free. Like, when he bolts awake, I just push myself away. He sits up. He's like, oh shit, I'm gonna puke. Pulls it to the bathroom. Oh my God, starts throwing up. It was horrible. I called my friend. I'm like, can you please get your boyfriend to come pick me up? Because he drove. I'm like, please. So he came to pick me up. She and her boyfriend came to pick me up. It was the most horrible. Oh, man. When I think of things like that, I'm happy to be in a relationship. I don't think I could go through, like, meeting weirdos. Like, sifting through more weirdos to get to a good one. I can't deal with that. Especially now, I can't. No. Anyways, my video is long enough for you guys. Yeah, I just wanted to have a little snack, leftover snack, and talk to you guys because I missed you guys. So, yeah. So that's it for now, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, beauty beauties. I'm gonna try another car mukbang, but so if I look around, disclaimer, because I noticed a lot of people were like, you look around too much. It's not because I think that the men in black are coming after me. It's because I'm just seeing there's things going on around me. You know, people are living life outside. If you're not into that thing, you don't need to watch. If, you know, my car mukbangs don't do it for you, I will try to be less paranoid, but they give me a big thing of lettuce and vegetables. Yum. Probably won't eat them. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I came to my favorite place for pad thai and veggie spring rolls. Oh my God, you guys. Oh, yum. So this part's going to be ASMR because I'm going to be crunching away. So I figure what I'm going to do at the end of every video where I do a story time is give you like a cliffhanger for like my next story time. This is so good. Beauty bite. So good. Too much moaning. So, today's story time. Oh my god. And I totally forgot about this guy too. I wish I didn't remember him. I was going to tell you about my Spanish lover. But then I figure I may as well tell you. Because when I was driving here, I saw a guy who looked like the guy that I'm about to tell you about. So this is another horrible hookup story. I actually wasn't sure if I wanted to hook up with this guy. It just kind of happened. I used to work. How old was I? Let me figure that out first. I was working at a telemarketing place. Worst job ever. And I think I was like maybe 19. I worked there for maybe like half of a summer. Oh, those are so good. I've been craving them. I just really wanted a job. And they were hiring. I basically had to sell encyclopedias and... Alright, time for the pad thai. Oh my god. This is not the easiest car food to eat. I'm just gonna see what this is. So we had to sell encyclopedias. We also had to sell like pantyhose to like people. Mostly elderly women would buy them. Would you like that in beige or taupe? I didn't even know what color taupe was until I worked there. Oh. Pickled carrots. A mint. Okay. I'm gonna devour this. If you don't like it, don't watch eating shows. Oh my god. This is tofu. Pad thai? It's so good, you guys. So, working there was this guy, and I didn't have a car at the time or anything. And I worked the later shift, so I think my mom used to drive me to work, and then, you know, I would take the bus home. But I hated taking the bus because in my town at the time it was a dial-a-bus. So basically you had to call the bus station and arrange for a pickup, you know. And I just didn't like doing that. So there's this guy there. He had his own truck. It's so good. I think he had the hots for me because he used to offer to drive me home. This is so delicious. Okay, so he offered to drive me home. And so one day when he was driving me home, and I wasn't really attracted to this guy. He was kind of looked like a surfer dude. Like he had a long ponytail, a hat. It's hard to describe him. Like he just wasn't my type. I wasn't physically attracted to him. And I don't know, I just wasn't attracted to him, you know? I can't explain it, just wasn't. He invited me to his house. He's like, do you want to come over sometime and watch a movie? You know, he was really like, if you beg me enough, I might screw you. No, I'm just joking. No, I just mean like, he was really, really persistent about it. And I was like, finally I was like, all right, just a movie, you know, as friends. So I went to his house. We kind of had oh, and I have to tell you, I knew what movie we were going to be watching because this guy was obsessed with the movie Ravenous. You remember that movie from the 90s about the cannibals? Anyways, it kind of sucks. You should check it out. So it's about cannibals. So I'm like, oh, great. So he was obsessed with it. And he's like, you ever see the movie Ravenous? Like all the time at work, on smoke breaks or whatever. You know, oh, it reminds me of the time from the movie Ravenous, or Ravenous this, Ravenous that. And I was like, no, I've never seen it. Maybe I could watch it. And then maybe we can watch that. And his eyes just lit up. He's like, yeah, let's watch Ravenous. So he only has one sofa. He has like a total bachelor pad. Actually kind of looked like Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment. If you look up Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment pictures. Oh my god. So he had like a lava lamp, whatever. He put that on for mood. So he puts on Ravenous. So he's like, get comfortable, you know? He's like, get on the couch. So I kind of like get on the couch and lean kind of, you know? And I was smaller back then, so there was more room on the couch than there would be today. Today my fat would have saved me from him sitting on the couch with me. But no. So I think he's going to sit beside me on the couch. No, he gets on the couch, gets behind me, like in a kind of laying position. I was like, oh no. Immediately I'm like, I regret my decision of going over. So I'm like, okay. Just get through this. Maybe he's a nice guy. Maybe he's a good kisser. You know? So I kind of decided in my mind that if he was going to kiss me, I might make out. You know, it's been a while since I had any. So he gets behind me. Almost immediately. He starts like kissing on my neck and stuff. Reaches around, starts playing with my boobs, but like he was really rough. Like, dude, they're sensitive, okay? Like, I don't know if any women can agree with this, but some men are just so rough, and he's just like grabbing, like massage, like, are you trying to shape them into something else? Like, what are you trying to do? It's like he was trying to tenderize my meat. Trying to get ready to eat me because he was ravenous. I'm just kidding. But I didn't want to be mean. When I was younger, I put up with a lot of shit. Right now, I have a way lower tolerance for shit, and I would have never put up with that. But I'm like, oh, just pretend, you know? So I was like pretending to like it. And then he's like, let's move to my bedroom. And I'm like, actually, he's like, no, let's just go to my bedroom. So we go to his bedroom, which smells like Bachelor. I don't know what is it. How bad I look with bachelors and the smell of their bedrooms? I don't know. Smell like dirty pillow and bedhead, like head grease. I don't know. Missing hot sauce, but I love their pad thai because it's not sugary and sweet. I hate sweet pad thai. So anyways, I digress. So we're in his bedroom on his bed. Yanks off my pants. Like one swoop, like, whoo. Underwear come off. He's like, sit up for a second. Started pulling off my shirt. Like, whoa. He was like really energetic when it came to that. And immediately, oh my God. Just starts going to town, like all over my body. And it was painful. Like he was too fast and too hard. Like his fingers were like poking everywhere. It felt like George says from Seinfeld, like aliens were probing, or George's girlfriend. And Seinfeld tells him, like, it feels like aliens are probing my body. To make matters worse, when he would kiss me, oh my God, I swear my entire face was full of drool. So I was like, you know what? I think he was going to give up until he thought I was satisfied, so I just faked it. Fake it till you make it. Out of there alive. I sat up and I was like, I gotta go. Like, you know, do you mind bringing me home? So he brought me home. He was very nice. Oh my God. Why did I go there? I should have been more firm, but at the same time, I feel like men need to realize sometimes a no is not a firm no, fuck off. It's just a like, you know, I can't. That should be an immediate, like, okay, I'm gonna give her some space. But no, I mean, I've encountered a lot of men who don't, unless you say no, like a dog, like bad dog, they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But not everyone's like that. I'm glad I have the boyfriend I do now. Anyways. Yummy yum. That was so good. Because I devoured it. As if I was ravenous. Fuck that. I'm never going to watch that movie. Fuck it. Reminds me too much of this lunatic. So, things were kind of awkward after I just decided not to take rides from him anymore. I told my close friends about what happened. And they were like, oh my God, disgusting, you know? Which, yeah, it really is. It really is. I have a feeling he doesn't make out with chicks often. You know? So I just thought I would share that with you. I'm sure you found it very exciting. I'm not wearing a seatbelt. Yeah, so thanks for watching me stuff my face and talk about my sex life. So the next story is going to be, I'll tell you about my Spanish lover. It's more of a like, it's kind of like, to me it's kind of tragic because I kind of catfished him. And it's my story about that. You know, it turned into one of those, like, I'll tell you all about it after. Tell you all about it after my next mukbang, which should be anytime. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye, Foodie.